to this basketball stuff. And Quinn was really just working on this point. I
don't think y'all supposed to be doing that, and the pastor will be there. But just I don't think y'all supposed to be doing that, and the pastor will be there. Have a good night. I don't think y'all supposed to be doing that, and the pastor will be there. Have a good night.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon State, Arizona Stadium in Tucson, as we are set for a showdown in the Arizona Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Western Michigan's offense will get the first swing of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the Broncos will hustle to the line.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Got his man. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2 straight times they've been denied. Do they go to the ground again on 3rd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the 3rd and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He's got him this time.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Panthers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory, and they need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Going behind the line, it's Miles. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab, it's Dog. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Broncos want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Finds space on the right. And tackled there by the defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and then put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Finding open areas. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snags it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, Broncos! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They go to the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? offense gets set for second down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Now it's first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Georgia State jumps back to the line. They'll leave it with him. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second. Big man has it, it's a first down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Give to the back. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down. Offense now working in the red zone. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Give him 6. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to go up top on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Finds a tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Dog. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick completion on the out route.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
He makes the grab. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Gets it out quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. And the Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the catch. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. On first down, here comes this offense. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Touchdown, Panthers! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Dingle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. The Broncos heading quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the big fella. Runs through the tackle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Broncos come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They turn to the passing game on third and short.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Illegal block.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's done. And the defense wrestles into the ground. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Keeps it on the bootleg. He's got his man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. Still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit, trying to burn this defensive back. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Panthers. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And now this offense will take the field again. To the air on first down. Takes the easy completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. Touchdown, Broncos. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They torch torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Oh, they're after him. Caught at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the...
Hold.
That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got him downfield. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a 1st down. Here comes the hurry up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. After swapping ends in the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Guard in the backfield. It's Flanagan. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
I mean, good news here. They get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first...
Touchdown, Georgia State. And the comeback is on. He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. That's caught. It's dull.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Broncos will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're dealing with a second and long. Makes the grab on the left. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. To the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Broncos are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the time. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
That's caught. It's Erickson. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fires to the big fella.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Under fire. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.